Hi everyone, KPG-GOONER here, and welcome back to some more MotoGP 20 here on this channel. This is part number 34 of my career walkthrough. Now today's episode we head to San Marino for a fantastic race, and we're going to be racing around the Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli, which is fantastic. 9 laps, this is going to be fantastic. Right, get a bit of slipstream of Canet here, over the line, and that's a 1:37.4 for our first lap for this development test, as our teammate just brushes us aside in the inside. No, I'm not having any of that, and we're back in front of him, and that's put in another lap. Now, I reckon the laps are going to be pretty quick around the Misano circuit today. Fantastic conditions, so we're going to have to put loads of practice in. Now, this section that I always find most difficult is Sector 1. These chicanes here are very, very tough, and there's going to be quite a few crashes through there, so we're going to have to master that. Let's see if we can just push a little bit harder on this lap. Just overshot the corner. We might have to make some adjustments to the setup today to make sure that we get the best we can out of our bike. And we're up at Sector 2, so that is a good start to this second lap. Now, the one thing that I have found with my bike lately is I still lack a little bit of straight line speed, so we do need to concentrate on trying to upgrade that engine a little bit further before the end of the season. So we just carry a decent pace. Oh, don't run into your teammate there. Just try and take an inside line. And hold it, hold it. A little bit of contact with Marco there, and we're up at Sector 3, and take a nice line through there. Good drive. Oh, that's an awesome corner there, final corner, and this is a much better time, and we're already settling in around this circuit, which is always very positive, and that is a 1:36.7, and that's a good way to end the test. And Luti's just put in a 1:36.1, so that is the fastest lap of the session, as Puliger has just crashed for the second time in the last couple of minutes. Right, we've got to hold it nice and tight through here, and let's see if we can put Luti under pressure, really trying to get a really good lap. Oh, 0.2 down that Sector 3, and can we have a good last couple of corners? Really enjoying this run around the Misano circuit, and this is going to be a fantastic race. And just trying to put the power down onto the curb to the line, and we get a damn, just off the pace. Right, that is the end of the free practice session, and that was extremely tough. We didn't manage to put in a faster time, and I thought, I'm not going to ruin any more tyres. I'll save it for the qualifying, but look at the times. They are very close, but Thomas Luthi is really up there, and he's got the bit between his teeth, and he is going to want to try and win today's race. Right, time for our qualifying lap. Let's see if we can put in a decent time. So we know the standard set in the free practice session. Luti put in a 1:36.1, so that is what we should be aiming for, and we really do need a good Sector 1. This is where we seem to be struggling slightly. Keep it smooth, and it's not too bad, and we are just a tiny bit down at Sector 1, but let's make it up into Sector 2. So here we go into this turn 8, which is a really difficult one, and again struggling just to get a smooth run out the corners, and we need to be a bit better on the throttle, and we are, we're good. We're up at Sector 2. That is very, very positive as we get a good drive around that turn. Are we going to be able to get a little bit of slipstream here? That will help massively as we try and take these swinging right-hand corners at pace, as we try and avoid. Oh, nice move there, just trying to hold it. Good on the brakes. Oh, just almost overrun it onto the curb, but braked enough. 0.2 up at Sector 3 as we just try and get, oh my god, that's going to cost us a little bit there, just trying to put the power down into turn 15, and now turn 16. Just try to hold a nice smooth run, and still struggling to put the power down, but hopefully this will be a decent lap, and over the line, and we hit a 1:36.1. but is that going to be fast enough? I'm not 100% sure. Right, that is the end of the qualifying session, and Della Porta put in a 1:36.019. Luti just ahead of us, the cheeky bugger. This is going to be a very, very tight race, so let's get straight into it.
Greetings from the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano, where the Moto2 race is about to begin. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We'll have sunny weather for the entire duration of the race.
Right, so here we go with today's race in San Marino around the Marco Simoncelli circuit. Now, I'm going to go with a hard front and a hard rear. It's 9 laps. I don't feel any other compound will last. Although, look at the others. They seem a softer compound is better. But we're going to find out. So we're going to get straight to the race and see if we can win this one.
With just a few seconds to go until this San Marino Grand Prix begins.
Right, so here we go with today's race from third on the grid. Can we get a good start into that first corner? Della Porta was in pole position and he gets a good start, and Luti gets a good start. Baldassarri gets a good start, try and take a good position into that first corner, and there's a crash already. Oh, Baldassarri's gone down already. What happened there? And Della Porta, oh my god, 2 of the fastest riders are already down on the first bend. We're going to have to look at a replay of that at the end of the race as we get out in front. We've taken advantage of that poor start by Della Porta as we just try and get through these corners. The tyres are going to be very, very hard to manage at the start, but this is a 9-lap race, so we're going to have to be very, very consistent. Right, hard on the brakes. Just trying to, oh god, really struggling to get the grip through there. And we've got Thomas Luti surging behind us, and he was so quick throughout all the practice sessions. So he is definitely going to try and put us under pressure as he takes an inside line, and that is a good move by Thomas Luti, but we should be able to get a bit of slipstream and just get back past him. But it looks like we're going to be under pressure throughout every single lap round here. We don't really have any more pace than any of the other riders, so it's going to be one of those races where we're going to have to manage and be very, very defensive. And that's not too bad through there, just trying to put the power down again. Let's see if we can just get to the end of this lap as Thomas Luti is literally breathing down our neck, and he's going to try and get past once again, and he's trying to sneak through, trying to keep those tight lines, and oh no, my teammate Marco's gone down, and Marco is down already, and Remy Gardner, so that's 4 down already in the 1 lap. Not the greatest, and just trying to get a smooth line through there, and again not feeling 100% on these tyres. It probably will take about 2 or 3 laps, and hopefully we can start setting consistent lap times. If we can get in the 1:37s, the 1:36s, that should be okay. Probably not going to get up to the pace that we had in the qualifying session, as that was on soft tyres, and really start into just try to pull away here. But we got Bastianini behind us. He's just overtaken Thomas Luti, so there looks like there's a bit of a battle going on behind us, and that is very, very promising for us, because hopefully that will give us the opportunity just to try and pull away as we try and get a bit tighter through here, being smooth on the throttle, and that is not bad. I absolutely love this circuit, and when you get it right, you can always get decent results around here. Such a good circuit to watch in real life as well. So fast. Every rider, especially my idol Valentino Rossi, absolutely loves this circuit. Wasn't too bad through that corner, and we're starting to edge away here, which is really good, and that is a little bit down to the fact that Della Porta and Baldassarri had a crash. I don't know whether they crashed into each other, but we're going to find out at the end of the race. But it's worked in our favour, and that is the first decent lap in a 1:37.2. Oh look, Marini's in 14th, so our other teammate, and Bulliger has put in an even faster lap, a 1:36.8, and he crashed about 2-3 times in the qualifying session. There was a lot of riders having a lot of issues. Oh, flipping out, I almost had one there. Be careful. And it's the rear tyre that we're going to have to manage as, oh my God, here comes Luti and Bastianini. They've just managed to just catch us, and us three have broken away from the main group of riders. So it looks like this could be a three-way battle. So let's just try and keep it tight through here. Again, trying to be good on the brakes, and we're just not getting as tight to the apex as I would like. But it does take a while to get used to different tyre compounds, and that's the one thing I have noticed about this game. There is a massive difference on how they feel, especially at the start of the race. I'm not saying they don't come good towards the end, because sometimes they do. I mean, my favourite compound is probably mediums. I prefer the mediums even to the softs sometimes, but they just don't last the longer races. Well, I can't make them last anyway. I'm absolutely useless at managing tyres. And again, that is not too bad. Trying to put the power down. Let's see if this is any quicker. We picked up the pace here, and that is a 1:36.9. So we have just stepped up a little bit. We're into the 1:36s, and now we need to stay there. We need to stay consistent. I think that will be the key, as our teammate's just put in a 1:36.6, but he is miles back after having a crash. And again, not feeling totally confident through sector 1. It's Bastianini that is the one that's hanging on to us, and he looks like he is stepping up to put us under pressure in today's race. As we go into this turn, trying to take it a little bit tighter. We haven't managed to feel totally comfortable yet. And again, just being very, very steady around that turn. I think if I can just manage these tyres into the final last couple of laps, I will go in power 2 and I will try and push and get some cracking times. That's if we have the tyres left. That is the plan. We're trying to just take those corners as fast as we can. Hard on the brakes. Keep those lines tight. And that wasn't too bad again. Trying to be consistent as we come towards the end of lap 4. The laps go so quick around this circuit. It's not the longest circuit. And again, to the line, we have still got some heat behind us in another 1:36. But Bastianini has just put in a 1:36.4, so he is running the fastest, and he's behind us. So he's definitely on the move. So we're going to have to be very, very good. Oh God, be careful, just trying to push it a little bit too hard. And into these slow turn 4 and turn 5 are very tough. Into turn 6, trying to get right onto the apex there, and that wasn't too bad. And Bastianini is still pushing hard. And looking at the tyres as we're on lap 5, still looking very, very good, which is a positive. I'm hoping if Bastianini was on softer compounds, if we can just keep him at bay as we get into the final stages, he might not have the tyres to try and get past us, as we just spin up the rear slightly again around that turn. And he's in our slipstream. Is he going to make an attempt to get past here? Got to keep these lines tight. Keep it steady. Try and stay off those curbs as much as we can. We don't want to chew up the tyres too much. Just overrun it as we're trying to take a little bit too much. Oh, be careful, it's so easy to lose the rear on that corner. And that is the first real mistake we've made, and Bastianini is literally right behind us now. That's not what you want to do as we come towards the end of this lap. Keep it steady, keep those lines tight, and get a good drive. And he is pushing, and he's getting closer and closer. He's only 0.2 behind. He's going to make an attempt to get past here. Let's keep those lines tight. Again, just making sure that we manage to be as defensive as possible into these slow corners. So again, trying to just be as smooth as possible. Try not to spin up the rear. That wasn't too bad, but I think Bastianini took those corners a lot quicker again. That is definitely the best sector for him. into this corner is always a bugger as well, and that was a little bit tighter. Just trying to push these tyres a little bit more now as we come in towards the end of lap 6, and I think it's time to start thinking about pushing hard as we just overrun that corner, and Bastianini almost made contact. That was my own fault, just ran it, just braked a little bit too late, and that sometimes can cost you dearly. Luckily we didn't make contact, and now we are under pressure. He knows I'm struggling, but I think pushing and going for faster laps is definitely what we need to do. I don't want to get into that final couple of laps with him still breathing down my neck. Just try and push it. Final corner as we go into lap 7, still fighting with the bike. And we've still got 3 laps to go. Let's just try and keep it steady from here. See if we can put in a decent lap here, and lap 7 we need a really fast lap from somewhere just to give us an edge. Oh, look at it, you can see him, he almost had me there. He's seen a weakness, and I just can't seem to find that little bit extra as there's another 2 crashes. This is where the tyres are starting to give way, so all those other riders that were on soft and mediums are starting to probably have issues now, but it doesn't look like Bastianini behind us is having any issues. He's still pushing hard and he's still very, very close, but Thomas Luthi has literally just disappeared. I think he's either had issues or he just can't keep this pace consistently. Again, that wasn't too bad round there, and we've just slightly pulled away. So is that a sign that the tyres on the rider behind have suddenly not giving him what he needs, and ours are going to come a little bit stronger? Oh, Marcel Schrotter, lap 7. Schrotter is down. Arne Canet's gone down as well. Another, is that tyre issues? We're going to have a look at some of these incidents, just have a look if it is tyre compound problems, because I'm very interested in that side of it. And to see the AI do have tyre problems, and that is, oh, a 136.5, so there you go. And Luthi's just put in a 136.3, so Luthi obviously hasn't got tyre issues, and he started to push, but I think he's a little bit off the pace as we come to the final couple of laps. Has Bastianini got anything? We're going to find out soon. I think if we can put in another fast lap like we just did, we should be okay, as he's just closed the gap again, so he's starting to push again. And the rear tyre doesn't look too bad. I'm very happy with the hards. I mean, that haven't been the most comfortable. I still would have maybe... Oh, God, we've done it again. Just overshot that corner, and he's right behind us now. Is he going to make an attempt to get past here? As we try and keep these lines very, very tight into this turn. And is he going to come around the outside of us? No? What? Oh, did he make a mistake there? I think he made a mistake on that corner. I think he ran that a little bit wide. We'll have to have a look on the replay and see what happened there. I think he just hadn't made a mistake, because he was really close into that corner, and suddenly when I looked behind, he was miles away, so he must have had an issue. As we come into these corners, trying to be okay on the brakes through there, and now we're struggling a little bit for grip, but we're coming towards the final lap of the race. I feel like we can just push a little bit as long as we're careful. And that is another half decent lap, and that is another 136.9. I will take that. If we can do that again, we should be home and dry. And again, oh God, we are having tyre issues now. So I assume these guys behind should be struggling, but let's not take anything for granted. Be careful on the brakes, don't lose the rear. And again, just being very gentle on the throttle. And that was nicely done through there. And it is only 0.3. He could still make an attempt to get past. So that's not... Just think we've got this in the bag. It's not over until the fat lady sings, as they always say. Just trying to make sure we take this a little bit smoother. Let's go a little bit tighter in. And gentle, and that was nice. That's exactly where you want to be. And Bastianini is still very close behind, but I don't think he has enough through this last sector to challenge us. We're definitely a lot quicker through sector 3, sector 4. I'm not sure that's an area where I'm going to be overtaken again. Oh, nicely done. Just having that extra bit of tyre grip at the end after 9 laps is showing in the turn. We've got a little bit more in the turn. And slowly open the throttle. And there we go. We're going to take another win around the Marco Simoncelli circuit. What a race. We're under a lot of pressure, but we handle it really well. And I think Thomas Luthi was the fastest, and he came on the podium. That was a good result, but I don't know why he dropped off. But let's have a look at a couple of replays, because there was quite a few incidents, especially right at the beginning. Let's see what happened to Baldassarri and Della Porta. Right, let's have a look at the start of the race, and there was a big issue between Della Porta and Baldassarri, and we will look at that in a moment. But I started the race really, really well, and so did Thomas Luthi, who was very strong in qualifying, and he put that into the first couple of laps as well. Started strong and was really testing and trying to push as hard as he can. Right, so we're on board with Baldassarri, and watch as I overtake Baldassarri. He just moves over and just runs straight into Della Porta, and that was the end of their races. Right, so here we are when Thomas Luthi was really pushing hard on the first lap. He manages to get a good line, gets a good drive around that corner, but I just managed to slipstream him and get back past, and I think I needed to do that because I didn't want to be chasing him with the sort of pace that he was putting out in the qualifying. Right, so this was the incident with Schrotter on lap 7, and watch what Canet does. He ran straight into the back of Schrotter and ended his race. So here we are on board with Bastianini, and this was his one chance to try and overtake me, but he makes a mistake himself because he goes into this corner, and this was very clever as well by the AI. He runs really tight into that corner. He knows he's going to run into me there, and he pulls out of it, but he just gives me enough time to pull away. So there we are, that is the end of the race, and overall it was a very good performance. I was under pressure from the word go, and it was a bit of a shame that Baldassarri and Della Porta did have that crash, because I think if they'd stayed in the race it would have been an epic battle. We've had some amazing battles on this game, and also my teammate Luca Marini dropped a lot of points today. There was quite a few crashes in the race. I think there was about at least 7 or 8. Some were from riders that didn't really affect the championship, and yet Marini is still in second, but it is very tight between him and Baldassarri. Nagashima is still ahead of Marco, but I still think that Marco can try and edge back into it. We're going to have to see. I mean, we go to Aragon in the next round, and that is an extremely tough circuit, and I am going to make a little prediction that we're going to get rain around there. I just think that we haven't had wet weather for quite a few races now, and it's going to come, isn't it? So it could be very, very interesting to see if we can actually get a result in the wet round there. I don't think we will, but I'm always up for the challenge. I hope you're enjoying the series, guys. Please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, share the video, because like I always say, it helps a small channel like mine. I'm trying to grow. There is a lot of games coming to the channel this year. We've got Dirt 5, we've got Ride 4, we've got the new Assetto Corsa, which is going to be a lot of GT racing. I am going to do a lot of online on that if you like racing GT free cars. And obviously there is going to be a few other series coming to the channel. There's going to be F1 2020. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to do a full career on that yet. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. I really did enjoy F1 2019. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. Like I said, we go to Aragon in the next round. It's going to be a really tough one as we come to the end of the Moto2 season. And yeah, so we'll be on the GP bikes soon, and it's going to get a lot harder, a lot faster. The tests, the challenges, the battles. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you very, very soon.